Good morning, my ducklings. It's day something of lockdown. It's been a while, but I just wanted to jump back into making videos, like longer form videos here on YouTube. So welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Egg Gucci. I'm a professional cook and I love food history. I also make TikTok videos, so you probably know me from there. So yeah, we're making Hainanese chicken rice, so let's go. I don't have any scallions, so we're gonna go to the store. It feels beautiful out here. Looks cute. And earrings, they help me cook better. It's science.
Let's start with our chicken. Sprinkle some salt on and then rub it in to give her a good scrub. You're gonna get all this stuff off the surface. Try to choose a chicken with nice skin. Mine was already ripped over the breast, but that didn't stop him from pursuing a dance career. Once your chicken is TikTok famous, rinse him off in the sink. The skin should feel really smooth after the salt scrub. Next up, we're gonna take him out and remove the fat cap at the end of the body. But save this for later, we're gonna do something with it. This recipe will require your very largest pot. I had to dig mine out from above the washing machine because that's where it lives. Fill the pot with water and add in scallions, ginger, garlic, and lemongrass.
Once your water is up to a full boil, we are going to put our chicken in. Carefully lower him in, kill the heat, and cover. Set a timer for 45 minutes and just let it sit. So this chicken's got time, she's resting, she's poaching, she's, I don't know, but it's gonna be great. We're gonna check on it again in a little while.
But for now, let's get started on our sauces. For the chili sauce, I recommend taking out the seeds. It's really hot. And if you have a food processor, use that, but I just have an immersion blender, so. I'll start by rough chopping all of the ingredients and then bring it closer because the sun is nice. Add some salt, brown sugar, and the sun is gone. A splash of sesame oil, and then rice wine vinegar. You should also use a bit of the chicken stock, but mine wasn't done yet. Just blend this up, but not too fine. You still want some chunk. After it's blended, I add about 2 tablespoons of this chili garlic paste I bought at the Asian grocery, which really deepened the color and gave it an extra kick. Next up, we have our scallion ginger sauce. I like to wrap the scallions in a wet paper towel to help keep things in place while I'm cutting. Very finely dice some garlic and ginger. But again, if you have a food processor, feel free to use it for this step. You don't want like a paste, but really finely diced. Add everything to a heat-safe bowl and start heating up some oil on the stove. Season with salt and then carefully pour the hot oil over the aromatics. It's gonna bubble and sizzle and it looks really cool, but don't be scared. I do recommend pouring the oil around the bowl because the one little spot I was pouring on got burnt. So just pour it until everything's covered and then give it a stir and let it cool down for at least 20 minutes. Don't touch it. Now for the soy, this recipe couldn't be easier. You just want to use 1 part dark soy sauce to 1 part of brown sugar to 3 parts of warm water. Top that off with a little bit of sesame oil and give it a stir. Now back to our chicken. Prep the ice bath before the timer goes off though. I do not need this kind of stress in my life. Taking the chicken out of the pot was honestly the hardest part. Be really careful with the skin at this point because it's really soft.
Not going well. Okay, come on. Alright, let's go, little guy.
Plunge the chicken straight into the ice bath and let it sit for about 20 minutes. But now we're gonna work on our rice. Get that chicken fat that we saved from earlier and brown it off. Low and slow so you render all the fat. Once you just have chicken oil in your pan, you can add in the aromatics. Some people like to mince them, but I just smash them a little and throw them in. Add in 2 cups of washed rice. Yes, washed. And toast in the oil until it starts to crackle. And my GoPro started overheating at this point, so I lost some footage. But I added in 4 cups of the chicken broth and cooked it just like normal rice. To carve the chicken, I'm gonna start by removing the wings. There's a lot of meat left, so save it all for later. Slide your knife between the leg and the body on both sides. It should be really easy if your knife is in the right spot. Flip him over and outline his butt part like he's wearing a pair of pants. And then score down the middle to give him a butt crack. Lift up the entire butt section and then just peel it off the top. It should come right off. And then set that one aside for later. To debone the breast, start on the wing section and just kind of cut away from the body. Flip it over and repeat the same motion. Find the center of the keel bone and just go on one side of it. You should be able to feel your way and slowly peel the breast off. Don't worry about the chicken tender, it's gonna come off anyways. Just pull it off and set it aside. And repeat on the other side. Keep your knife flat against the bone so you get the most amount of meat off. Now onto the thigh and leg part. Just remove this little part of the backbone. You can pull it off with your fingers by just wiggling it off the joint. Make a notch around the foot where I guess the ankle would be, and insert your knife just under the bone at a 45-degree angle. This one is a little trickier, so just go slow and be careful. Cut all the way down the thigh bone and around the top of the joint. Using your hands, grab both ends of the joint and flex the leg a bit to kind of pull it away from the flesh. Push and pull the joint until everything's loose, and then you can grab it with one hand and secure the skin and pull. There we go. It may look like a mess, but as long as the skin is intact and pretty, then you're good. There's a lot of meat left on the carcass, so you can pull that off and use it for whatever you want. But here we have our cleaned, boneless portions of Hainan chicken. Lastly, we will just slice up some cucumber, nice and thin, and just serve it on the side of the chicken. Let the chicken come up to room temperature before serving, and just cut it into slices like this. When you serve the rice, you can just remove the lemongrass and other large aromatics. Pack it into a rice cup and then top with that crispy chicken skin. And finally, serve your sauces on the side so you can like pick and choose and have a different flavor profile with every bite. Garnish with some spring onion or coriander, and there you have it, Hainanese chicken rice.
Alright, my ducklings, that's about it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the bell notification to be part of our notification squad. Make some Hainanese chicken. If you have any suggestions for food you want me to cook, let me know. Drop a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!